Good morning, everyone. It's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia in Canada. And for those of you who don't know, I partner with my dear friend and border buddy, Patsy Waggoner, who is a demonstrator in Alexandria, Minnesota in the United States. And so we do things together. We offer a free PDF to our customers on both sides of the border every single month. And that's what we're going to be playing with today. So I'm really excited. Good morning, Keisha. Can you hear me okay? I always count on you to let me know if you can hear me. So I can see that I am actually broadcasting and everything should work. You'll let me know if there's no sound. Yeah, good. Yay! I was thinking this morning, Keisha, it's a good thing you guys don't come here to see me, come to see the projects, because I had one of those bad hair days and my hair was sticking up and I could not get it under control. Good morning, Diane. How are you this morning? It's a frosty one in our neighborhood. Woo, cold, 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 cold. Let me just do this. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to work with framed florets this morning, but we're going to work with a sketch that Patsy created. Patsy Waggoner, my U.S. border buddy. So she sells to people in the US and I sell to people in Canada. That's how our partnership works. And she created this this sketch and we're going to play with it today. It is beautiful and sunny, but it is cold. And I bet you it's cold on the island too. I heard that Friday was a record-breaking cold day for Vancouver. So I'm not surprised. It was pretty cold. Hi, Modi. How are ya? That's my sister Mo. Okay, well, we're all popping on here, so that's good. So we might as well get started. And for those that join a little bit later, they can catch up. So let's. Hi, Hazel. How are you? Okay, there we go. So, like I said, we're going to be working with the framed florets. I'm going to just get my iPad up and running right now so that I can see your comments a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Interesting. I can see everybody's comments on here, but you can't see YouTube. This StreamYard is so weird. All right. So framed florets, that's what we're going to start with. But let me tell you a little bit about why we're doing this card today. So like I said, this is a sketch. A sketch is a layout that you can adapt any way you want to make your own project. So Patsy Waggoner, my US friend, she does sketches every single Sunday on her, I'm just turning down the sound here. Good morning, Gail. Hi, Kathy. On her blog, stamps2diefor.com. All one word, stamps2diefor.com. And I had a card all ready to go today, and actually it was using this sketch, funnily enough. But when I saw her card on her blog post this morning, I wrote to her real quick and said, I'm going to case this one for today's live, because she does some things in our little business and I do other things. So this is just tying us both together. You'll see how we work together. So one of the things that we do is we offer a free PDF to anyone who makes a order in Canada through me or in the United States through Patsy. And this month, December, we're using framed florets. And so you can see that she's made this little picture of some of the cards and just a little snippet of the cards. She always includes the full supply list and then step-by-step instructions with pictures. Okay. So when you make a purchase, I send this to you if you make one in Canada. Now, you can also, this month, you can order a class kit if you live in Canada from me. And I mail that to you. And it includes 4 of the cards, all the pieces of paper, everything cut for you. And all you have to do is take your own stamps and dies and complete the cards. Or you can purchase the PDF, which is $12. So those are the kind of ways that you can participate to get the PDF that we do. Okay, so let me get started and show you Patsy's amazing card. She used, as I said, the framed florets, but she also brought in the gorgeous paper from Hues of Happiness. Now, Hues of Happiness is a suite in the main catalog. It's also the featured product on the cover of the catalog. Look at this gorgeous paper. I literally hardly have any of this left. You can see I've only got 5 sheets left. Okay, so gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So that's where Patsy started today, because if you read her blog post, she talked about incorporating different products together. So sort of thinking outside of that box. All right, so let's grab what I'm going to need. She started with, oh, and I should say, if you go to her blog on Sundays, she actually tells you everything you need, all the measurements. Let me show you. I printed it out. Look at this. She tells you the measurements of all the paper and then how to make it. And then, of course, has pictures. Okay, so we've got a piece of basic white thick. It's cut to 5.5 by 8.5, right? And it's scored at 4 1/4 to create that card front. Now, I'm going to confess, you guys, I have not made this card. I just saw this card like half an hour ago. So I grabbed all the bits. So I wanted to also show you how quickly, if you just gather all your stuff, how you can get your card done. Okay. So she's cut a piece of the designer series paper. I think I've cut, I'm going to double check all my measurements, because that is not what I want. This is this 4x4. Look at that gorgeous paper. Isn't it? Oh, stunning, right? Okay, and then she's just gone ahead and glued this on. Okay. We also run a Facebook group called Border Buddies Hangout. So if you're not a member, everyone's welcome to join. You can search for Border Buddy Hangout in the search on Facebook and click join, and we'll approve you. Okay, so that's the first thing she did. I'm going to look at her instructions because, like I said, I don't even have a sample in front of me. Okay, so now we're going to cut out some a square from the other side of this exact paper. And what she used was the stylish shaped dies. If you guys don't have these dies, you need to get these dies, okay? So she used the largest square. Look at all these fabulous shapes. You get circles. You get 4 circles, 4 banners, and 4 squares. And they're stitched. So they cut and stitch, which is really cool. Let's bring in our little baby boss here. Remember our sandwich. We've got number 3, number 2. We've got our designer series paper. And Patsy positioned her square so that she's picking up the pool party section. Let's see that of the paper. Okay, because that's what she wants to highlight. Let's run that through. Now, if you don't have any of this paper left, there's an alternative that you could do. I'll show you that. You can take pool party ink. You can take a blending brush. You can take some white paper. And remember, when you're using a blending brush. Morning, Jen. Morning, Donna. Who's off? Morning, Carly. What was the measurement? Okay, I'll tell you that in a sec, Kathy. So we want to start off, just take a little bit and then apply our ink, because you don't want a big blob of ink. So let me just do this, Kathy, and then we'll go back and I'll figure out which measurement you're asking for, okay? The designer series paper that I stuck on was 4x4, if that's what you're wondering. If it's not, let me know. And like I said, if you go to stamps2diefor.com after our video today, it's Patsy's first blog post, okay? So you can see that I can create that same look with blending brushes, okay? So that's just an alternative if you're doing a case of another card, okay? So now we've got this piece is 4x4, Kathy, if that's what you were asking, okay? This one, I just had a piece because I wanted to cut it the large size of the stitch. die. And this die, this is a large square. I'm just looking for my ruler. Yes. It is just under 3 by 3. Okay. Let me put that away before we lose it. So I had a totally different card ready for today. So this is kind of fun. All right. So now we're going to instructions. We're going to glue that down yet. Okay, glue the stitch square to the Night of Navy mat. Okay, so now we have a mat. So it's just cut. I think it is 2. Let's see here, 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and see how it just forms that nice edge, just to let that pop and tie in with the Night of Navy in that designer series paper. So far, so good. And think about this sketch and how easy it would be. Any designer series paper, any kind of focal point. I mean, it's just, you know, oh, now Patsy's the queen of popping up, so she might want me to pop this up. But glue the stitch square to the Night of Navy and adhere the mat to the right side of the card front. Aha, stamp and dimensionals. See, good thing I stopped. Patsy loves dimensionals, so I thought, but she put this on with dimensionals. Okay. One of the reasons you'd like to use the thick Whisper White, by the way, is because it can hold the weight of all the items that you're sticking on, right? It's not going to flop. All right. So I think we can set this aside for now. Okay. So now we're going to grab our dies. Now this is the framed florets dies. So this, along with the stamp set, right, is available now. It will actually be in the next mini catalog, so it's not going anywhere. So you can still get that then. Okay. Now Patsy's used this fabulous ornate little fern, I guess, and she's also used the leaf. But I just want to make sure, because the leaf, this one leaf goes one way and one leaf goes the other way. And I just want to make sure, yeah, I want this one, hopefully. Okay, so I've got these two. Now, the little guy we're going to put on gold foil. But what I want to do is I want to actually use some adhesive sheet. Just makes it a little bit easier to glue it on. Now, we sell these in, they're 6 by 12, and you get 12 sheets, so you get a lot of them. They'll last you forever. And these were the ones that we used to sell, and they had the word Sizzix written on the back. We don't have that one anymore, but it works exactly the same as the ones that we do sell. Okay, so this is sticky. So I've removed this backing, and then I've created, it's got this glue back. So I'm just going to stick my paper onto that. Okay. And then I'm going to be cutting that out. And I want to do the same with a piece of old olive. So I'm going to grab that sticky, and you'll see why in a minute. Now, you can use your white glue. You can use those flat glue dots from Paper Pumpkin. This is, I'm just getting this started, you guys. This is the hardest part, is to get this backing off, and sometimes it wants to come off really easy. Like I did a class yesterday, and every single time it came off like so easy, and I was like, ha ha ha, see how easy that is? But it's not too bad. Okay, and we've got our piece of old olive, which we're going to stick. It just allows glue to be adhered to the back of this, and it makes it so easy to put on your project. Okay, so we're going to be running that through. Let me get rid of all of this. Okay, and I'm going to leave that and run that through in a minute. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to take a piece of basic white. Patsy used this image here, and she stamped it not in black. She stamped it in smoky slate. Did you know that our blends work fine when you use it with, just going to turn this, with different color of our inks. It's just a little subtler and it's not so in your face, the black, right? Then she used Stampin' Blends. So let's bring some of those in. So according to her directions, let's bring this in here. She used Light Poppy Parade. She's got Old Olive. She's got Daffodil and Saffron. So saffron, okay? So let's see here. I'm going to start with, let's add some dark. Now, Patsy is really good at blending. Not as good as her. And I didn't practice. So I'm going blind here. Like I'm just going for it. Okay, we're going to use the light. Just blend that in. Old Olive is such a great color, isn't it? I hope they never get rid of it. Of course, now that I've said that, they probably will. It's just a color that it goes with so many other colors. It's almost a neutral in a lot of ways. It just goes, there's not many colors it doesn't complement. Just these little guys. Now we are going to be cutting this out with the coordinating die, so we don't have to worry too much if we go over the edge. It's not the end of the world. Make sure, oh yeah, I am on screen. Okay, I always like to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Hi Hazel, you're in Campbell. Oh, I bet it's cold up there. Yes. Hi Jennifer. Good morning. Good morning. They are the best. I was sitting here going, what should I make? I'm going to make the sketch. Excellent. Double check and go to Patsy's blog. I'm telling you, stamps to die for. Every single Sunday, I think, I'm pretty sure, she has a sketch and interprets the sketch. And it's her sketch. So they're unique to her. Let's bring in that dark daffodil. That looks kind of dark, but let's do it anyway. So we're going to just add some, what am I saying here? Highlights, I guess. I don't want to put too much of this on because it is quite a strong, bold color. But we can tie it into that designer series paper, which is quite bold. Don't you love it when you've used a product for a lot? Like how many of us, we use the Hues of Happiness all the time when it first came out, right? And then, you know, we get fickle and we go on to something new. So I was really happy to see this sketch this morning and Patsy's interpretation because I thought, oh, I love that paper. And she's tied it in with the Fitting Florets, which is our product that we use this month. Okay, so put that dark. Just show you that. Okay, so we just laid that color. Yeah, it's been around a long time, Jennifer. And like I said, I don't know. I'd be kind of like, oh no, please don't get rid of it. Now this is dark. I think this is light, so saffron. So let's start with that. Let's lay some of that down because I'm not entirely sure exactly. She gave us the colors, but then gave us free rein to decide how we were going to use it. I think that looks nice. I want to go back to that daffodil. The funny thing about all of this today is I literally saw this when I woke up this morning and I had a feed because you can subscribe to our blog. So you get an email that shows you when we've posted something. If you go to our blog, Stamps to Die for her, or Stamp Crazy with Alison for me, you'll see where you can subscribe to our blogs. And we do a couple of weeks, so you're not going to get inundated with a whole bunch of stuff. But you'll see, just pops into your email and then you can see what we've been working on. You don't have to remember to go to our blog all the time. That looks nice. Now this is she used the dark sweet sorbet and just added a little bit to these berries. And that's just going to make the whole color scheme pop. Look at that. So I don't know if my interpretation is as good as hers. Hers looks a little bit more, a little brighter. So maybe I will add some more highlights. This is dark So Saffron. And I'm just kind of blending with the light. So I've started kind of the dark, and then I'm just adding a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's nice. And then let's go over the whole thing with light So Saffron. Just blending out those edges. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, cool. We can now cut out. Oh, you know what? I think this is it. Yeah. I just remembered yesterday in my class, I was using this exact same. I'm bending over to pick something up again. I was using the exact same dies because we had a class yesterday, and one of them fell on the floor, and I meant to pick it up, and I didn't. So, oh, thank goodness I just remembered, or you know what would happen? We'd lose that forever. So this goes beautifully, matches up with that. I'm just going to use a piece of repositionable tape. Let's just trim this off. Get my scissors here, my paper snips. Let's just trim this off. All right, so now we're going to do some die cutting. Hi, Ellie. I'm making a sketch that Patsy did on her blog today, so I don't know if you've already seen the card. If you guys are a subscriber to Patsy, you'll have seen it, but if not, it'll be a beautiful surprise. Okay. So we're going to do that. That gives us our beautiful flowers. Earlier in our little, earlier now, a minute ago, you saw me put the old olive on the adhesive sheet so I can cut out this beautiful piece here. And then you saw me put this gold foil on another piece for our leaf. I'm going to position this because there's lots of this paper left and we can use that. Then we're going to put our clear plate on top. Okay. And let's run it through. So you just run it through. That adhesive sheet is just a thin backing. So it really does behave just like regular cardstock. Okay, now I'm going to put these away so I don't lose them, because if you know me, you know I lose things, and some things don't ever turn up again. You'd think I'd learn too, wouldn't you? Like, you'd think after all these years I'd go, okay, don't do this, don't do that. And sometimes I do. Like, I do have my magnetic sheets now so that I don't tend to lose dies as much, touch wood. But I lost two stamps last month, and I had to break down and get another stamp set. Oh well, live and learn. See, now I'll be very careful next time, and I won't do that. That's how you learn. Now the glue on this is going to want to hold this in, right? So you're just going to keep working it. It'll come out. Kind of work on the outside first, because I can always get the insides out once I've got the piece out. So just wiggle, just do some wiggling. Here we go. I said earlier that the reason I'm using the adhesive sheet is because it's going to apply glue. Oops, come on. Having said that, now it's being fussy. Okay. Huh. Like I said yesterday, you guys, I did this about 10 times and it was perfect. And today it's just wanting to be a total difficult thing, but that's okay. I can, see, the thing is, when I first started doing lives about a year ago, I guess, this would have just finished me. I would have been like, oh no, look at this. It's not working. In my head, I would have said all that. but I don't care because it's just crafting and we're here having fun together. Oh, there we go. See, it comes out. And if you don't panic, eventually you get it out. There we go. That was a bit of a struggle. Now keep this because of course you can use this whole other side, right? And then I'm going to poke these out. Like I said, the glue on the back of this is going to want to hold some of these pieces in because it's glue, but they do pop out quite easily, right? And this will pop. When I pull this off, this will pop out. I just like to get these bits out in case they hang on, because then that becomes a bit of a pain. All right, I think that's good. Anybody else join us today? I do, Jennifer. I know, and that's what I was saying. Jennifer's laughing because my sheets are so old. They last, right? Like, oh my goodness, they last and last and last. So when you buy the new ones, they're going to last you, like, my goodness, not forever, but a long time. All right, where is our card base? Here it is. So just join me. Here we are. We've got our basic white. We've got our beautiful Hues of Happiness. This is also Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper cut out with the stylish shapes. Okay, so let's start building this. Let us pull off the back of this adhesive sheet. This is this is just trying to try my patience, which is fine. And you might be thinking, oh my goodness, I'd rather just cut this out and glue it on with the white glue. And absolutely, you can do that too. But I really like the fact that you'll see in a sec now that I've got it all off. There we go. And I just want to poke out that one little bit. There we go. Look at that. So now, even though that was fussier than it needed to be, usually it just comes off and I don't have a problem. This whole back has got glue on it. So it makes it really simple to glue this down because the whole thing will be glued down. There we go. And then, so that old olive is tying into that old olive and the blue is tying into the, oh, just love this paper. I like to be reminded of paper products that I haven't used in a while, and I have not used my Hues of Happiness. And why can't we use it with the framed florets, especially because you can only get the framed florets paper until the end, well, January 4th or January 3rd or 4th, or while supplies last, which can be a scary thought. So I just want to position this. Where am I going to position this? So I'm going to just do that. So now we've got that gold that's just that brighter color than the daffodil, right? So it's just going to pop that. Now, knowing Patsy, this is most definitely popped up. So let's pop this up. Okay. And actually, it's too late now. I'm going to just trim that, you guys. I think I can. I don't want it sticking below my flowers, so I'm just going to trim that off. I'll just put it a little bit too low, I think. There we go. That's perfect. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay, now let's put a word on here. So now I'm going to grab another piece of basic white. We're going to use Night of Navy. And we're going to use this word, celebrate. Because that could be for a birthday, could be for a promotion, could be for any kind of celebration, right? Look at this. I got a brand new chamois. I love chamois. Do you guys have one of these? If you don't have one, you need to get one. It cleans, what I love, it cleans it right inside all the little crevices. And I know that looks like, oh my gosh, that like freak. This is like a magic pad. You can wash it and wring it out. You'll probably still have a lot of the ink on it. It won't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. So remember we used the stylish shapes. We're going to use it again. This time we're going to grab the little label here. Let me get all these back in here. I don't think that one. That's a bit big. Let's see. Is it this guy? Just looking at Patsy's That looks a bit big too. I'll just keep playing. There's this one that's probably too small. Yep, that's too small. I'm wondering if she did a little, let's see what she did. Let's try this. I'm going to try something. I think this is what she did. Now, you could use like this. It's just a bit long, I think, right? So let's try this little trick. Let's take our, I don't know if she did or she didn't. Looks like she just cut it, but I'm not going to, I want it a little shorter. It's too long. So you can see that I'm putting the die where I want it here. Okay. I'm just going to do that. Grab my waxing machine here, put it in. Okay. And then we're going to run that through. Okay. Okay. Now, you got two options here. You can just use it, cut this off, but I don't want to do that. I want a banner end on the other side. So I'm just going to move my die along. I'm going to do it by hand here. Move my die along so that I've got a shorter die. And how you do that is you just feel, you can tell that the die has grabbed the pre-cut little lines, like it's not going to move. So then you can take that down and we'll run it through again. And then we end up with a shorter banner. I don't know if that's what Patsy did or not, but that's what I'm doing. Am I going to get the color mini when it comes done? Okay, so Jennifer's referring to, we have our gray and kind of white one, right? But new recruits in January and February will be able to get a limited edition one that's called it's in boho blue, which we understand is a brand new incoming in color. So that's exciting. So as demonstrators like Jennifer and I and other people on the call, we can purchase it later in December. And so the long answer to the easy question that Jennifer asked me is, I wasn't going to, but yes, I am, Jennifer. Actually, my kids asked me what I want for Christmas. And really, you know, you get to a certain age and really, what do we need? So, excuse me. So sorry, you guys. Excuse me. So I thought, maybe I should just ask them for that. So I think I will. Are you going to get it, Jennifer? You are going to get it, Jennifer, because you gave yours kindly to a friend, didn't you? Let's lay this on here. Now, did we want to pop it up? Maybe. One reason I'm going to pop this up, normally I wouldn't, because I've already popped up this, I've already popped up that, but I'm going to pop it up just so it gives some distinction between what we've colored. There we go. And it's sort of hanging off there. I don't like that. So I'm going to just put another one here as close to that edge as I can. In fact, I think I'm going to put it right on the edge of my, there we go. That's better. That little bit can be popped up. Okay. All right. So this is Patsy's card that she did for today on her blog. And I don't like that. There we go. Is that pretty? Now, she didn't do this, but if I can find it. No, I can't. Oh, there it is. Because Diane is on the call, she loves Winkostella. Let's add some. Let's add some Winkostella to that those flowers. Let them pop a little bit. A little sparkle. You probably can't see this on camera, but we'll do that. Okay. So here's Patsy's card from her blog today. And here's the live in-person interpretation of it. So like I said, if you visit her blog,
especially on Sundays, she gives you all the instructions and the pictures. Oh, shoot, you guys, I forgot to add one thing. She also added the 2022-2024 in color matte decorative dots. She took them and she grabbed these ones here. There we go, the parakeet ones. But because these are like the colors are ombre, they're not, some of them aren't as bright as the original colors. Some are, some aren't. So there we go. That's how she finished it off. You could add rhinestones instead if you wanted. Okay, so it is a great sketch, isn't it, Mo? Now, the funny thing is, the card that I was going to create today was using different products, same sketch. It was just a coincidence. See, Patsy and I start to think alike after a while, which we laugh about so much. But I was basically going to do a card very similar to this, except it was using the products, and it was a card from our PDF. And it was this one. You can see it's the same layout, right? But I'll make that another day, because as soon as I saw this, I thought, nope, I want to make that. Let's look at another card. I made this one, oh gosh, Wednesday night, I think, right? So this is another card from that PDF. And like I said, you can earn the PDF for free. Just make a purchase from Patsy in the US or me in Canada. Or you can purchase the PDF for $12 Canadian. Or you can buy my class to go, which comes to you by mail in Canada only, and for 4 of the cards in the suite. So there we go. Or in the PDF. So there we go. Okay. So that was kind of a nice challenge for me because I hadn't made the card. So I just made it based on what she told me, right? That sketch is, it really is perfect, Kathy. And trust me, you guys, I'm not just saying this. Go to stampstodiefor.com. Run there. And then check out her Sunday posts. You'll see she has a sketch every Sunday, and they're really easy and ways to interpret them, which just makes things easy. Especially when I find, like, if I just don't know what to do, I don't know what to start with, I'm stuck. If I grab one of the Border Buddy sketches, it really is a lot easier and makes it like an easy one to do. So thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Mo. Thanks, Hazel. I'm so glad you joined us from Campbell River today. Thanks, Mern. I think I've got everybody. Have I? Hi, Joy. I didn't see you sneak on there on YouTube. Okay. I think I got everybody. All right. So have a great rest of the day and hope you stamp. Use that. Do what my buddy Keisha's going to do. She's going to use this sketch, or she already has. If you guys create anything, please post it to my Stamp Crazy with Alison Facebook page. Please post it there. We'd love to see what you're working on, especially if you've used this sketch. Put it in the comments. We'd love to see it. Alrighty. If you came in late, you can watch the replay. And of course, you can all find all my videos on YouTube under Stamp Crazy with Alison. That's my channel. Okay, guys, I'll see you back here on Wednesday at 3 p.m. And until then, happy stamping. Bye for now.